24 hours before the big match, the big final match, there is a bust up. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Shades End, and this is a brand new video. And well, as I started the video yesterday night during the training, there was some kind of a bust up between Higuain and Luis. Not exactly the kind of thing you want to listen to about at the start of a big match final. Arsenal Chelsea Europa Cup final resulted in Sarri storming out of the session in the last 15 minutes or so. The organizers or even Chelsea Football Club is trying to cover it up, saying it just last 15 minutes something happened, but this is not what you want to hear about it. Even if Higuain doesn't start the match, most likely he will not. But a bust up, whatever happened, the rash tackle where Higuain goes ahead, Luis is not happy, and then that resulted. Then Higuain comes in and apologizes, but by that time, the bust up happened, and then a couple of other things happened. Started storming out. It just shows maybe what has happened throughout the season, what are so many fans have been talking about. But anyways, this is not exactly what you want to hear. Arsenal fans and Arsenal players will be licking their lips, at this moment when seeing this situation, that there was some kind of bust up so close to the final match. Nothing of this sort you're getting to hear from the Gunners side of, but it's only happening from Chelsea. Otherwise, maybe all the focus is on Chelsea, and Chelsea not doing the right thing. Anyways, coming to the final match today, big match. It's the final match of the season. Finally, 3 weeks after the season ended, and it's a big match. We have already finished third in the Premiership, so Champions League is secure, but still winning a trophy is always great, and that's the reason we are still here. And Hazard's last match could be a last match for a couple of other players, but this is that match. We still want to win it. Chelsea fans from London will have to travel, I don't know, God knows how many kilometers to just to be there in Baku. But anyways, is this match important in all the ways? And the lineup, as we all know, I'm going to do the lineup. It's a predicted lineup according to me. Kepa at goal, and with Luis most likely playing with Christensen in the central defense. There is a thought of bringing in Azpilicueta in the central defense. I think Azpilicueta does a much better role in the central defense, so there's a thought of it. But going with the normal traditional way of looking into it in a 4-4-2, not more of a 4-5-1 format. So Luis and Christensen in the center, Azpilicueta in one end, and Emerson on the other end. Now, just to talk about the team lineup, just want to say this match is not about a 90-minute match. This is a 120 minutes match. So this is an important thing to look into. Keep in mind that all the players will be required. So if a Zappacosta doesn't start, if a Higuain doesn't start, they might be starting at a later half of the match if the match continues beyond 90 minutes. So it'll be interesting that. And then coming to the midfield, Kante is unfit, 50-50 chance. I don't know if he's going to be completing 90 minutes if he even starts the match. But starting with Kante, Jorginho and Kovacic. Now, the thing about Chelsea players this season has been some of the players have been getting injured, which is not the right thing to happen. But if you keep it in mind about Kante, I'd rather not play Kante if I'm sure that he's gonna fall, is not going to work for him for 90 minutes, because I've seen it in the last few matches where a player starts and after 20-25 minutes he limps off from the match, and then there is an unnecessary sub. So rather than doing that, if you're absolutely sure, which you cannot be at all times, that Kante cannot make the full 90 minutes, play the full 90 minutes, rather than start with Ross Barkley and bring Kante later on, maybe the last half an hour or so, if possible. But obviously, when Nicola Kante is there in your team, you will always try to start with him. So obviously, Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic in the midfield, Pedro on one side, Hazard on one side, quite literally, and Pedro will be there. He is playing well. More than that, he has the defensive qualities which is required at times. And then you will start with Giroud, because I don't think Higuain's thing is going well. He is not getting a contract extension as per what we know, so it's most likely he's not going to start. So he's leaving Chelsea either way. So Giroud has got a new contract. Let's see how Giroud goes ahead and does this game. Hazard's last match. Hopefully he will be able to go out there and make it happen. Maybe it's last hurrah. Who knows? But anyways, that match, and then Pedro on the other side. And then the other players like Zappacosta, Ross Barkley, they will come in if required, as and when required. So it'll be interesting because, Arsenal's got a very good team. We don't hear anything bad from Arsenal camp throughout the season, not just in the last 3 weeks. It just shows how good they are doing. Maybe in future they will be a very good team. team with this current line of players that they have. It'll be interesting. We'll see Peter Cech at Arsenal goal. I will go for Leno if I was an Arsenal, if the Arsenal manager Emery, because he's the number one choice. So I will go with the number one choice. But anyways, I think Cech might be there in the goal. But anyways, it will be interesting match to see because their strikers, Aubameyang and Lacazette, is in terrific form, and our defense is not that good. But their defense is also not that good. So it will be interesting to see how we go ahead. If the likes of Hazard and Giroud can capitalize against their defense, because their strikers will capitalize against our defense. So it'll be interesting to see how we go. Arsenal still has all the way to go it, because they win, they go into the Champions League. So there will be 5 English clubs in the Champions League next season if Arsenal wins. So I think they will take more initiative. They'll be more hungry. Chelsea players should be hungry for a trophy. Sarri should be hungry for a trophy. It all looked good except that bust-up that happened yesterday evening. Had it not happened, things would have been better. I mean, Sarri storming out of the final session, it doesn't look really good. But then that happened, and it has really caused some issues. Hopefully, they're all professionals. Hopefully, during the match, it will all be settled. Hopefully, we still go out and win this Europa Cup. It's traveling for all the fans who are traveling all the way to Baku. It's quite something to go all the way and not see the team to lose. Obviously, the same applies for the Arsenal fans. But it will be interesting to see who wins it. Arsenal has to win it to go into the Champions League. We don't, but we still is good to win a trophy. Sarri has never won a trophy, so this will be good for him to win a trophy. Of all the things that happen at Chelsea Football Club, if we can go out and win this trophy somehow, it will be something of a great thing, because everybody has been talking about things are totally out of order at Stamford Bridge. But if we win a trophy at the end of the season, everything goes well. If it ends well, as the cliche goes. So we're hoping that Chelsea goes and does something. This match might not be finished in the 90 minutes. There is a chance it might finish in the 90 minutes if Arsenal strikers go and does that. But overall, I think it will be a 120 minutes match. It could lead to the penalty, so Kepa will come in big time. Either way, Kepa will be there even in the first 91-20 minutes, because he will be important for Chelsea to win this match, because he will have to make big saves, because their midfield and their strikers are really good. The likes of Ozil, they have good players, and the Mkhitaryan will not be playing. It's very unfortunate, but that's it. But their strikers are we will be really wary about those strikers that they have. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, because this is not an easy match to play. I mean, Arsenal looks like a better team overall at this moment with those strikers, and our misfiring strikers. We don't have the strikers that they have. Our strikers are misfiring. We don't expect our strikers to go ahead and do what their strikers are doing in recent times. So it will be interesting to see how we go ahead and win it. I mean, it has to be an Eden Hazard show. Eden Hazard has to come in, because Hudson-Odoi, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Rudiger, all are injured. So we cannot expect more flair coming in, more options coming for Sarri and for Chelsea, because had an Hudson-Odoi, has a Loftus-Cheek was there, we would have more options. Now the options are very limited, and plus, if N'Golo Kante is not there, it will be even more limited with just Jorginho, Kovacic and Ross Barkley. So this will be very interesting. I still believe Arsenal has the edge over us, unless we do something great, unless Eden Hazard does something great. So keeping our fingers crossed, as I said, hope we win this trophy. Every season we win a trophy, and it will be great after this turbulent season that we had. Though we finished third, we made it to the League Cup final. Still, winning a trophy will be great for Sarri. Even if he leaves for Juventus, it will be great if he wins the trophy. Europa Cup is still a big cup. As per me, it is a big cup to win. So hopefully we'll get something, the Europa Cup win. You guys let me know what you guys think about the match. Will Arsenal win? Will Chelsea win? About the bust-up, what you guys thought was really necessary? About the bust-up, these professionals should think about it. Anyways, keep it coming, guys, in the comment section as always. I'm hoping we'll make a video tomorrow with a Chelsea win in the Europa Cup. Hope everything goes well. So keep it coming, guys. Until next time,